everyone. Apologies again, the other side of the screen's not working. Okay, so can you guys see from there? Can you guys see from there? Can you hear? This is the loudest, unfortunately I could. Yeah. Okay, today is week 4. We are going to go on with building your brand. Okay, last week you had your submission for your INDS proposal. Okay, so this week I need you guys to get back on track with PDP. Okay, do not lag behind, because PDP is one module which is quite easy for you to actually lag behind and then not submit anything when the time comes, because it might get hidden in between the INDS submissions. All right. But for CA1, as brief, it will be towards the end of term 3, which is at the end of this term, the submission. Okay, and one of the things that is that consists in the submission will be your brand. Okay, your personal giveaways, your name cards, and things like that. So again, like what we said, this branding thing would have been worked on since your year 1. So this is not something new. By now, you would already have your mini brand, okay? Something that will represent you quite readily in the industry right now. So how many of you right now have a design of a name card ready for yourself if I ask you to print one right now? How many of you? Can I have a check? How many of you have a name card? Hands up. How many of you already have a name card? Or a name card design that you think you are ready to go out? Don't have? Seriously? Only Jeffrey, yeah? Okay, Carling, I know you have. Maybe you are too shy or you are too lazy to put up your hand, because I've seen your name card being distributed at one event. Any one of you? Anybody else? No name card at all. That means no branding. Okay, then it's good, because we are able to see something being produced at the end of today. Okay, now this lecture is just a refresher, because you would already have a lecture on branding already. You know what is branding, but currently it's about personal branding. Now all this while, since year 2, you've been doing exercises that brands are the people, that brands are the brands. Okay, in your BDS, BCS, even INDS, you're branding other people. Now let's take a look at ourselves. Let's take a look inward and see how we can effectively do a branding that is really close to our hearts. And that is important. If you don't do a branding that is close to your hearts, in the end, it might not feel you, it might not best represent you. Okay? Now you will realize that as you grow older, as you grow senior in the industry, this personal branding thing will become lesser and lesser of a work for you to do. Because why? Your branding will be represented by the kind of work that you do as you move along. Okay? But at this stage, because you are still considered a junior, guys, I want to really instill this in your heads. Don't go out there having the I've been through all kind of attitude. No, you haven't. You are a junior, so you have to work really hard from bottom up. I want to set your expectations right. Okay? When you go in, you probably will have to do all the dirty things that you have to do, and that's the reality. Okay? When I say dirty things, I don't literally mean cleaning the pantry, clearing the rubbish bin. No. Maybe you have to, like your interns. I'm not sure if they make you do all this during your internship. But you have to do all the very foundational basic things, and you start from ground zero up. Because in the industry, there will be a lot of other people who have gotten their experiences throughout the year much longer than you do. So you will start as a junior, maybe a junior designer, junior writer, junior motion graphic designer, junior web designer, junior art director, all these things. The word junior there is kind of expected. So don't feel that you are of no value when someone offers you a junior position. Hey, that's normal. That's very, very normal. So don't set too high an expectation of who you guys are going to be in the industry. Okay? So now, Why do we need to know branding? Again, this is going to be a refresher for you. Yeah. If you go into a supermarket, okay, you'll see all kinds of milk. Milk is milk is milk, right? Whether or not, I think the differentiation here is probably the type of milk that is full cream milk, low fat milk, high calcium milk, that kind of stuff. These are all the nature of the milk, okay? But what sets you apart probably could be the brand, the packaging of it, the messaging of it, the communication of it, the marketing of it. And what is your positioning? What is your proposition that you want people to know out there in the market? Okay? Milk can say, I am fresh, or I'm probably the freshest in the industry. Okay, you have to create a personality. Now currently, Jeffrey and myself, we kind of know your personalities already. Your lecturers know your personalities already. Okay, but you can't expect anybody out there who don't know you, okay, at first meeting to know what sort of personality or what kind of person you are, personality you have. Okay, and that would be best represented by your self-branding. Okay, now there are so many milk out there trying to create that voice, trying to create that differentiation. They are trying to make it unique and memorable. Us being designers, we are very attracted by, say for example, designs that are not off the shelf, designs that are a little bit unique. Some of us prefer designs that are a little bit minimalist. Okay, you see this, you think, wow, it's a designer milk. Okay, and then you see something like this. Okay, you're probably wondering, wow, this milk is quite complicated. Why go to an extent just to brand milk? This might probably give you the impression that, wow, this is really fresh. It really comes from the udder, straight from the udder and then into the bottle. That kind of impression that it sets. Okay, but all these things are an example of how a simple product, an off-the-shelf, everyday kind of product, can become so unique and so memorable. Okay, you see that these brands go all out to differentiate themselves through branding, through design, through differentiation. Okay, beautiful illustration, interesting name, calling yourself Do instead of Moo. Okay, things like that. So the naming, the typography, the imaging, and probably the entire concept has got to be quite different. You probably, I haven't quite seen any one of these packagings in Singapore. Because why? If you go into the shelves of our supermarket, our milk are also boring. The packaging is also boring. Okay? But if you have got some chance to travel the world, go to places like, well, you go to Marks and Spencer, for example. Okay? If you want to see interesting packaging, that probably would go with your kind of feel for packaging in terms of everyday product. Just take a walk into Marks and Spencer. They've got one in M&S, sorry. In Singapore they call it M&S. Okay, no more Marks and Spencer. You go to the one in Jam. Okay, you go into the food section. You go to M&S. You go into the food section. All the packaging are quite interesting. Very European, very minimalist. Photography, illustration, typography. You see all these works happening in the packaging. Okay, sometimes you would pay $2 extra for a pack of biscuits that you probably get for $3 at fair price. You would pay for $5 or $6 for something similar. Let's say double chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, you would probably pay for $6.75 at M&S. Okay, you would pay a premium price to get that packaging or the product that you think would be a little bit more premium than the one in fair price. You will pay for design. You will pay for uniqueness, and you will pay for memorability. So likewise, if I'm going to put this, you will pay for something that is unique or somebody that is unique. That means if I am recruiting you into my company, probably I will pay you a good salary because you've got a very good branding, you know yourself, you know your style, you know how to make any piece of work unique and memorable. I'll pay for you. So that's how important it is for you to have such memorable branding. Okay, now before you go into something that is beautiful in terms of execution for branding, we talk about concept. Okay, a good concept makes your audience think, feel, and then do. Okay, milk is milk now. If I'm gonna strip all the milk packaging and then pour all the milk into a similar glass, you probably won't be able to tell the difference. The moment you sip everything in, that's it. It just fills you up, give you whatever vitamins and minerals it's supposed to give you, and then you forget about the packaging. Okay, you forget about the branding. Okay, but a good concept will make you or make somebody create a good awareness and basic knowledge of you. Okay, it must be unique, it must be different. What about culling that makes her different? What about grace that makes her different? Okay, sometimes what makes, okay, for example, Azhar is a very common name, right? My name, Azhar, very common name. You'll probably find a million other Azhars out there. Okay, but how is this Azhar different from other Azhars around the world or outside there who would probably be looking for the same kind of job like me? And that's where you need to make a difference. Okay, I hope in that kind of design, packaging, or concept that I am presenting in my self-branding, I'm able to make somebody feel that I am like this. Maybe a simplistic black and white card with no illustration, no photography. It's just strong typography, classic typography, will make people think that I am of that personality as well. They know that I'm probably a no-frill kind of person, get into the crux of the communication or the business, and we go, something like that. Okay? And of course, at the end of the day, you want the people to like you. You want the people or the creative director to buy into your concept and then employ you. So that's very important. Now, having said that, I don't think that anything that is uber minimalist, uber simplistic would probably go along with you guys at this junior stage. You need to feature more of what you have inside of you. You need to. So don't go all simplistic or minimalist on us just as yet. Please don't. Because otherwise, like one batch that we had, everyone's name card is black and white. We don't want that. If everybody's name card is black and white, imagine 100 over graduates from Temasek Poly. If everybody thinks the same, okay, I need to be minimalist, 100 of them black and white, minimalist, simplistic, uber clean. How is that differentiation? Ask yourself, how is that differentiation? Like I said, you don't go that way yet because you are still a junior. You need to feature more of what's inside of you, who you truly are. Okay? Now, with a good concept like that little kitty milk, okay, it's a little bit different. You know what? All milk normally show a cow, right? A picture of a cow, an udder of a cow, everything of a cow that goes moo lah. Okay, and then you've got a picture of a cat. Okay, this time not where the source is, but probably the user. Even a cat loves this milk, that kind of stuff. So it just says that, wow, this taste, this milk is just so different. Okay, or whatever messaging that is embedded in that kind of packaging, like I don't know what it is, but it will definitely stand out. Okay, if I'm gonna have this packaging at Sheng Siong in Clementi, whatever, Clementi, what's that? Where you live? Clementi area, okay? There's a couple of Sheng Siong's, okay? I go there very often with my two little kids. And I buy milk not for myself, I buy milk for my kids, okay? If they see this, what would they do? They will pull my shirt. Papa, I want this. No, I don't want that milk that we have been drinking. I want this milk, okay? So this kind of packaging really speaks to the target audience. So the kind of brand, the kind of packaging that you are going to do for yourself must speak to the target audience. It really makes them get their attention. Okay, you have a competitive advantage just for the packaging, for the positioning. Okay, and then it is very memorable. The next time I go to Sheng Siong again, my kids will go for that kitty little milk again. Okay, so no, bye-bye Dutch lady, bye-bye whoever, bye-bye Magnolia, whatever. Okay, so this is an example of a good concept, a different concept. Okay, now, to get you to that concept, okay, sometimes sometimes we create concepts quite easily than other people. Some of us can do concepts very easily, very quick to be doing concepts, okay? But some of us may require a little bit more time to develop our own concepts. So now, what can aid in developing a concept would be a mood board. I mean, in your IDS, for example, you would already have gone through some exercises of mood boards and things like that to know your brands better. Likewise, let's take a look inside of us. Let's do a mood board for ourselves. Have you ever asked yourself, what would my mood board look like? Okay, would it have a picture of animals? Would it have a picture of other people? Colors, textures, places, food, okay? To embody that emotion or to embody that kind of feeling that I represent, okay? So for example, happy. You probably see this kind of mood boards. I won't go into the technicalities of creating a mood board, you know that, but this is where you start thinking about how your mood board is going to look like, okay? Now, if I am going to ask you to think of a word that best represents yourself, I give you 1 minute. Think about it, right? I'm going to pick you. I'm going to pick you. I'm going to ask you, what is that word? Think. 1 minute. I don't think you need 1 minute. You have the word already. Okay. This is the time when everybody looks on the floor. Everybody looks at the sky, looks at other people, except looking at me. Volunteers. Volunteers. Share me your words. Anybody? Sorry, I won't call you lah. Volunteer. Anybody? One word that best represents you as a person. Shout. Oh, sorry.
Annoying.
Sorry?
Annoyingly boring.
Again?
Annoying.
Annoyingly boring. Is that okay? That's an expression. That's fine. Annoyingly boring. Annoyingly boring. Do you think that's positive or negative? That can be positive. I try to make good of that. Okay, I try to make good of that. Okay, one look, I agree with you. It might appear negative, or really as it is boring, but we can be creative about it, right? We can turn the table around, turn annoyingly boring into something a little bit more interesting. Next, anybody else? Beatrice. Neutral? Neutral. I'm your creative director. What do you think of this design? You can be neutral about it? Kidding, huh? Neutral. Can it be a good word? Can it be a positive word? Yes, it can be. It can be, but you need to work a lot harder than the rest of you who are going to choose positive words. Right? No? Yes, right? Okay, that word. Can you guys go into Facebook right now? On your mobile, that's fine. Go into Facebook right now. Go to the year 3 Facebook. Go to the year 3 Facebook group. Okay? I want you to punch in that one word on Facebook right now. Right now. So I'll say like, yeah. Okay? Alfred will go, answer what's happening, man. You are spamming the, never mind, let me face that. You are spamming the year 3, okay? Can we do that? Can we do that? I want you to make a commitment. I want you to make a commitment to that word. So please write that word on the year 3 Facebook group. Can? I'll probably be fired for doing this, but never mind. I want you to be committed to that word. Ken, right now. If I'm going to Facebook right now, I will see that word. Ken, one word. Who's up?
She created a post, and
everyone can. Very good. Thank you. The first post, and then you all can comment on that post, please. Yes. Thank you. It's up already. Faith, thanks. Good. We can all see. Okay. Good. Who posted first? Jeffrey, who posted first? Kaylin, huh? Okay, comment on, if you haven't commented, comment on Kaylin's post. I want that one word on Kaylin's post. Can you please do that now? Okay, find Kayleen's post and upload that one word or 2 words, that's fine. That defines yourself. Okay? Are we seeing it already? Are we seeing it already? Got? Okay, good. Let me see. I want to go there. Wait. Lovely. Thanks. Thank you. Okay, punch it down here, please do it so. Okay, loud. Embodying it, very good. You are being true to yourself. Nothing wrong about it. Strange. Sue. Strange. Boring. May lock your bowl. Lim, you're weird. Tio, you're weird too. Law, you are quirky. Nice. Who's Tauge? Adaptable. Yeah, adaptable Tauge, that's fine. Adaptable. Blue, huh? That's interesting. You choose a color to represent yourself. Well, it could be that color blue, or you're feeling blue, that kind of blue. Blue? No? Both? Okay. Sin Ye. Really? It's okay, huh? Now I'm saying it's okay, but I have to work really hard with you to make it a good stupid, okay? Calm. Choi, you're calm, huh? Neo, you're weird. We got a couple of weirdos here, yeah? A number of weirdos. Okay. Chia, you're versatile. Yes, I can see that. Miss Lee, imaginative. Very good. Mirza, curious. Joy. Where's Joy? Where's Joy? Yeah, where's Joy? Yes, true to your own name. Joyful, full of it, huh? Bubbly. Another, oh, okay, sorry. Neutral, I've spoken to you, Beatrice. Miss Neo, whimsical. Whimsical. I haven't quite seen that much of that whimsical part. Maybe inside, huh? Inside, right? Okay. Unconstricted. Wow, very strong word. Very good. Unconstricted. Wow. I could see that. Jenny, Chicky. Jenny, where are you, Jenny? Chicky, okay. Keeping direct. Strong, huh? Very direct. Chicky. Delphi, where are you? Where are you? Delphi, Chicky, right. Nature. I can see it in your today, right? Embodying nature, very good. Someone. Reserve. Hersey, you're a kid. Yes, you are actually good. That word is actually a good representation of all of us. There's always a kid inside of us. I thought that's really interesting. Late. Wow. You also into one particular industry that I will talk to you. What industry that is? You're always late. Yes. Oh, sure. Why? Oh, refresh. Okay, wait. Somebody change it, is it? No. Graceful, elegant. Yes, it's nice. Great. Yes. Oh, Hafiza, undefined. Very interesting. Undefined. The sky's the limit. Alright. Interesting. Okay, you changed your mind. You're awesome. Okay, got it. Are you saying that you are now awesome, or you are, or she is? That word is awesome. Lovely. I think yes. I do think that it's quite an interesting word as well. Taufik, crazy. But you are calm as well. Maybe you are the calm, crazy, like either one. but maybe I haven't seen quite, but everybody knows that he's quite crazy, right? Sleeping in lectures, that kind of stuff, very crazy thing to do. Right? Victoria, perfectionist. I could see that. Grace, chill. Grace Wong, chill. Yeah. Probably those of you who probably would have worked with her, you would definitely have seen that side of her. Okay. Zen. P.E. Where are you? Sorry. Where are you? Yes. You are very calm. I put a stone there. The stone can not move because it's supposed to be Zen, right? Very calm. Zen is another level, another high level of calmness, right? Zen. You exude that, I can't dispute that. Cheerful. Okay, let's see. What was the word before this? What was the word before this? Cheerful. That's why you requested it refreshed, is it? What was the word before this? Come out with it. Oh, there's a screenshot. Where? Oh, I saw it. Race is it? Are you sure? Are you sure? Racist, huh? You watch out, I ain't racist. Okay, sorry. Okay, Harish, kind-hearted. Yes, thank you for, Harish gave me a, he gave me for Deepavali, right? He gave me a muruku. A box of muruku for Deepavali. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. Like I told you, my daughter, at night, my daughter sat on the bed and then munching it away. Done, finished already. She loved it. Thank you guys. Wait, how many of you? Is there anybody who did not upload your words here? Have not? Okay, this is pretty cool. In fact, I felt this is really cool. At least we know who you guys are, whether or not you are being true to yourself, being racist or not, things like that. And I must thank Kaylin for this. Lovely. Thank you. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's take a look at whether or not, why am I opening InDesign? Sorry, InDesign. Nice, that was nice. Okay, so if you can commit to that word, okay, later on, I would like you guys to create a mood board based on that word. Easy, huh? Possible. Whimsical, I can think of, wow, the world of whimsical stuff, illustration and things. It's impossible to get it wrong. Okay? Nature is quite there, Zen, there's so many things to look at. Okay, so you will create a mood board later on. Okay, now after creating a mood board, the next thing that you need to consider is your own art direction. You have gone through multiple exercises of different art direction classes in year 2 and year 3. You would be able to translate the concept into art direction. Okay, let's say your word is really, say, happy. Okay, for example, if you're going to sell, if you are a milk, so how does a happy milk look like? How it's going to look and feel like? Okay, of course, there will be different kinds of interpretations and permutations of happiness. So even though a number of you have got the word cheerful or neutral, for example, okay, there will be definitely different permutations or interpretations in terms of art direction. Just to share with you how we can execute different concepts, a word that represents a brand or yourself. Let's say we talk about the concept of isolation. Okay, in terms of illustration, it probably means that it's you and one or two things that you like and not about the rest of the world. In terms of photography, that's how you can illustrate it. And if you are going to give a paper mock-up as a deliverable, as something to share, as a giveaway, you can create something that embodies that isolation concept. Okay, an example. This is your alumni. Okay, he graduated some years back, and this is actually an image of his giveaway. Okay, giveaway. Now you know that in DVMD you are being taught so many skills, right? In DVMD you do branding, you do illustration, photography, web design, advertising, so on and so forth. And to him, he likes every single one of it, and he's quite strong in every single one of these skills that were taught. He's not a specialist in this case. What would you call him? A generalist. Okay? Meaning, at entry level, he knows his proposition that he needs to be quite good at almost everything. So he sees himself like a very hearty seller. A good, healthy, hearty seller. You get a lot of goodness from a pack of seller. Okay? So he packed this an actual giveaway, you know, like a container, the one that you probably find in like salad bars and stuff. And inside of these is actually a mix of little booklets of his best works from advertising, best work from branding, best work from illustration, web design, and he packed it like a salad. So at the Creative Marketplace and the Grad Show, what he did was he distributed this to anybody who spends more than 5 seconds at his booth. And he serves them like as though they are going to enjoy the salad. He was in the mood. He's all out for it. He's a show. To him, it's a show, you know. So he got into the mood of giving people salad, like feeding them and nourishing them and stuff like that. So that's one packaging that was quite interesting. And it became a piece that when somebody receives it, they strike a conversation straight away. That is something that you want to create. Okay, a piece that will strike a conversation with anybody who receives it. It's beautiful. And he wrapped it with such good finishing. Okay, so it's quite a good, interesting one. This is of Andrea. Andrea right now, she's in this agency called Hire, HJGHER. The Hire is not an I, but it's a J. The I is a J for Hire. So she was the one that I mentioned, who got a first job with a diploma at 2.5K. She entered DDB as a junior art director, offered 2.5K with her good work and with this that packaged herself in terms of branding. Okay, so she positioned herself. She chose a word, mind blowing. Okay, the word that she chose was, she is one mind blowing person today to be engaged with. So mind blowing being that central word, being a concept, and then she translates it into an art direction. So she chooses a bunch of helium balloon, okay, and then she created a story around it, okay, that I am the soaring designer. So you can see, from mind blowing being a concept, she uses balloons to articulate art direction, and then she created a story of being a soaring designer to sell herself to the industry. Okay, so you can see that it's quite a well thought little story that she has created for herself. And during Grad Show, at the portfolio showcase, what she did was she came with a bunch of balloons, of these helium balloons, and she was holding it and giving away balloons as a giveaway. Okay, I think in what do you call it, Grad Show, or in the Grad Show photo shoot, my apologies, she actually carried these balloons with her. So the consistency of her branding is quite evident throughout until she graduated. Okay, memorable. This is her name card anyway. And we've got another designer who positioned herself, I'm the killer designer. I can do anything you want, I'll kill for the design. Okay, and then okay lah, you see lah, the permutation of it. Okay, the name card, blown up, her resume, okay, mug shots and all. Okay. And then another designer, she said, I'm a jack of all trades. I can do just as good salad as John did, but I don't want to go into salads, but I'm a jack of all trades, I'm good at everything. So let me be the designer jack. Okay. So she packaged her portfolio and her giveaways and stuff, just to show the concept. Okay. Now, more samples to share with you. in terms, if you are a maker, if any one of you would want to rejig your chosen word and say, I am the craft person, I'm a craftsman, I'm a maker, okay? I'm a thinker, for example. You want to show that you are really good in your craft. So every single thing that you execute for your own brand personality, brand deliverables, are made of things that are quite crafty, fabric and stuff like that. Okay? Alright, another example, if you say that I pop, okay? I'm the designer that creates work that pop, okay? Then you go into conceptualization, okay, maybe pop, popsicles, ice cream popsicle. You go into something of a different storytelling. Okay, that word that you have chosen should lead you to do a storytelling of your own. And then from the storytelling, you create a interesting packaging for yourself. More samples. This is something out of SP, of course. Somebody who wanted to work in Pixar, for example. Okay, so he created the entire packaging, the entire portfolio showcase as well. Like he has been on a quest to look for good films, good movies and stuff like that. Okay, and then if you are positioning yourself as a designer that is very sensitive to nature, you are sustainable, you care for Mother Earth and stuff, you want to be environmentally friendly and sustainable, you must embody that proposition. Every single execution that you have for your brand must represent, and the big word that I said just now, it has to embody that word, that concept. Okay, it's got to be quite seamless. All right. Before we go into our class exercise, which will be quite interesting for this week, okay, I want to ask you if you have any questions, anything that you want to clarify about my brand, about me brand, about the concept, art direction and execution, and what is expected of you. Because this year we're going to have a creative marketplace. The more I encourage you to be as different as possible from the rest of the other 55 students in this cohort. You are going to be in a marketplace, we're going to put you out there to sell yourself, literally to sell yourself and your skills. You will be in an environment where it will be a marketplace, so it needs to be different, it needs to be unique, okay? With no questions, let's move on to what you have to do for this week. Building your brand, okay? This week will involve 3 pieces of PDFs, okay? Like, I think in week 2 and stuff. The first page of your PDF, let's have your mood board. Can you please do a montage of things connected and relevant to the word you have selected? And then the second page, can you please provide us with 2 or 3 paragraphs of what that concept is going to be? How are you going to translate this mood board into a concept that is usable for you? Okay, 2 or 3 paragraphs that tells a little bit of a story, why you chose that word as a concept, and how that concept will set you apart from the rest of you in the class, in the cohort, as well as graduates from all the other schools. Guys, currently, every single year, there will be about more or less 500, not discounting the degree students, about 600 to 700 graduates graduating from the same craft or diploma as you, or someone with a portfolio like you. Easily, okay, maybe 500 thereabouts. You consider SP, you consider TP, NYP, LaSalle, NAFA, the private schools out there, ADM, which is in NTU, you consider SIT, and they're all degree holders. LaSalle has got diploma and degree. NAFA has got diploma and degree. Easily, like what I said, 600 to 700 of you out there looking for a job. What will set you apart? This is scary. This is a really scary thought. It's not going to be a bit of roses. So if you can do a wicked kind of proposition for you, sets you apart, this is the time. Okay? And we don't want you to wait until end of term 4 where you're gonna have your marketplace, then, oh, I think this is my logo, this is my name card, No, you start thinking about it, you start formulating it right now. Okay, know that when you graduate out there are others who will be having almost a kind of similar portfolio, kind of work that you have in your portfolios. Maybe your own self-branding is what's going to set you apart, your uniqueness, okay? And then the third page, we want you to show us a logo. Now, this is actually a real logo, okay, of a designer called Charmaine Gauchet. Her logo is her name with a paper aeroplane. Okay, Charmaine's concept was traveler, something. She is the traveling designer. Okay, so she had this paper aeroplane, and then her name card is actually a bag tag of sorts that you will tie around your suitcase, yes, when you travel at the airport. So, logo, name card design. Ken? Like I said, we would expect you to already have something in mind and would have thought about your name card design and stuff like that, okay? Therefore, the submission is actually today. You don't have the luxury of 1 week to think about your name card design. Okay, this is when we need to see speed in you finishing up this project, this work, okay? So if you may spend the whole of Wednesday or the whole Wednesday afternoon, okay, doing this, upload it by 2359 today. It's quite, I would say it's quite a requirement, okay? I must choose a word, get a mood board, explain the concept, and quickly you are a brand, a branding for myself. Yeah, so 3 things, huh? In the pitch, give me only 1 PDF document with 3 pages. Mood board, concept, logo, and name card. Okay? I think you guys can get up to speed. I have no worries about it. Only if you spend time on it. Okay, Ken? Any questions? Any other questions? We can. You can. Yes. That's why I said, if you think that what you have created in year 1 or year 2 is still pretty much you right now, you still believe in the concept, you think it's still able to sell you to an audience and set you apart, by all means you can reuse that. Okay? But we will hold on to this concept all the way till creative marketplace. So consider that. Okay? We don't want it to be changed along the way because it won't be productive that way. Okay? Any questions? Any questions? No? If not, then I end my lecture now. Go for your break. You can come back by 10:30 to start on these. And remember, your lecturers also need to talk to you about what you did last week. Okay, come back at 10:30. Jeffrey, anything to add on? Okay. Thanks everybody. Go for your break now.